All right, and our presenter for the day is the one and only Mark Stanton Welch. Come on up here, Mark.
So as we say, the fan went wild. Yay. Okay. Too many things. All right. So when Brian asked me, you want to do Mother's Day? Part of me went, I don't know what I'll say. If you want a beautiful glowing thing, I can certainly make all that up. Or if you want me to be clear and honest about it and share what I've learned, I can do that. So as I walked in today and just heard the readings and all of that, I know I'm in good hands, so whatever shows up is good. And that means a great deal, because I could be out pretending and I could be at brunch. Or I could be sending flowers off to somewhere. Or I could be doing those things which are all beautiful. And yet sometimes it's just putting that thing over the top of it. So for me and you, as I'll call true students, it's about going underneath and feeling legitimately and honestly and difficultly all that went on. So I labored over what to share. Oh, I didn't realize that's a good pun, isn't it? Yeah, we could start there, couldn't we? Okay. I wanted to approach it from the idea of the great mother that infiltrates all things and how it shows up in the variety of each of us and the uniqueness of our own moments of living, how we respond to those, what we do with them, all of that. And that we do it in a place where the crucible of the great Mother Earth is holding us constantly, whether we want to or not. And the fact that overarching it all is the celestial mother that washes us with our magnificence over and over, if only we would listen. This is a place where we listen. It may not mean that when we walk out the door, we do, but we've listened and the seeds are planted to show up in the authenticity and the presence and power of who we are by design, with the gift of the physical, at the very least, by this woman who bore us. So I had it all planned. I had it all planned. I wrote it out. I did the big note version so I could see it. And I went through all the songs that were penned through the years about Mama. And I went, okay. I found 3.5 that I would use. What's that? That's going to be part of it. That could be the half. And all was well. I went to bed knowing that I would be here in the morning, and I was ready. So I don't know about you, but my phone sometimes rings a lot, and it ain't nobody. No offense, but it ain't nobody. It's a machine telling me that if I press a certain button, I have the possibility to get $85,000 in by morning's light. So who wouldn't listen to that? But when you've heard it 50,000 times. So I've gotten to the point where I just pick up the phone, put it down, because I don't want to hear the message one more time. So lo and behold, Mother's Day comes around by the clock. 4 a.m. comes in. And usually they have a little bit of respect and don't call on the weekend or a holiday, but somehow this machine had something else in mind. Okay, so immediately, let me see if I can do this. And I'm not really responsible for my voice in song today. So, will you still love me tomorrow? You know? This is what I want to say that I actually woke with when I heard the call. Everything is a call for love. A call for love. A call. Everything is a call for love. A call for love. A call. Every word in anger, every single tear. I can't play the chords. Every hurtful action, the meaning is clear. Everything, it's a call for love. A call for love. A call, yes. Everything. That's a hard one to remember. After 12 calls, I stayed awake and looked, and I saw that there was a message that came from the legal department in San Luis Obispo County. How do you say, oh shit, nicely? I don't know, but that came out. So out of respect for those involved, I just have to say something happened. Everybody's okay, sorta. Physically, all is well. Emotionally, elsewhere. Someone in my family is sleeping elsewhere today. So, here I come. Mama, let me deliver this, because I know it has value. And I don't want to come here and just emote and feel what I feel and make that the part, because I have great respect for all of us. If that's what you want, hey, I'm here to do it. If it isn't, I want to show up in the way that I had planned and was guided to do so. However, likely things will infiltrate in, kind of like I'm doing right now. I have to lay it on the table because your awareness and sensitivity is so there. I don't want to get up here and fake it. So bear with me, if you will. You probably can't see this, but you know it was the 1950s. Just by the outfit being worn by the woman who's holding a child. This is Alexia Betty Jane James. What is it? Oh, oops. Alexia Betty Jane James, oldest daughter of Nicholas Tisamas from Olympia, Greece. The oldest daughter who took on all of the chaos as older daughters in Greece do. She met one Willie Paul Welch, a sergeant stationed at Camp Roberts. We were in San Miguel, California at the time. We were living in a compound with the grandparents right there on site. Aunt Virginia, my mother's second sister, was in this house, and we were in the house over here, my mother and me. Well, I'm a little ahead of the story because she just met my dad, and now I'm already living in, okay, so you know what I'm doing. Okay, so something happened along the way, on the way to delivery. Mama fell down some stairs. 3 weeks before I was supposed to come out in my due time. She had a little fall. Did it harm her? Not necessarily, but it knocked me out of my safe place. So, here you go. A little bit early, but hey. So I don't know if you know 1952, some of you do. Incubators in those days were like a shoebox with cotton and a light. That's about what you got. So I spent 3 weeks in solitary doing the incubator. Was it painful? Not really. Did I learn a lot? You bet. Did I have consistent contact with my celestials? You bet. Had I been born regularly, there's a good chance I would have stopped paying attention to that. And for me, it made all the difference. The cost of it was There just wasn't the touch. I wasn't there. So what do you do with that? You bond with stuff. You bond with the machine. You do that. So if you could walk to my house these days, you'd see my recording studio, and it looks like an incubator. Sort of. There's just stuff that I can reach out, and I feel it, and I feel connected. I feel cared for. Would I have had it another way? Sure. Did it happen? Not so much. So I make jokes about this woman, Alexia Betty Jane Shepherd. Well, Shepherd was that's another story for Father's Day. All right. Oh, and I'm the guy, this is me, by the way. This is me. Mark Stanton Welch. I always ask, what's Stanton? What is that? That's weird. Because in elementary school, you got a different name. Everybody goes, Stanton, Stanton. It's like, what? Mom, why did I get named Stanton? Was somebody in the family? No, I just like the name. I read it in the paper the day that you were born. There are higher hands at work. Mama. I wrote the first song for Mom, and it was the mom I wanted. So I claimed it as if. Is it hard to sing sometimes? Yeah, so it's been on the shelf for a long time. In fact, so much so that I couldn't even find it. It took me 2 hours to find the song. I always feel like somebody's watching me. And I sing this with all sincerity and the wish and the hope of a child who didn't get what he thought he was going to get. But you never know, because a miracle can happen tomorrow or today. Whew. I want to sing of all these things that are you. Of your devotion, how you raised me on truth. Your timeless care, your guiding hand. Sweet mother, giver of life, the healing angel, you carried the light. Well, I am of you. I am your son. You gave me your love. You gave me those years of your life. You gave me direction. You nourished, you strengthened my climb so I could fly. You tied your wings. My love to you, and it's to you I sing. Blessed Mother of mine. Well, I remember those childhood days. All the peace, the comfort, the joy in your gaze. We lived as one. Not long ago. Now I still see you watching me grow, holding my hands, then letting me go. All the tears that fell, the first goodbye. You gave me your love, you gave me the years of your life. You gave me direction, you nourished and you strengthened my climb so I could fly. You tied your wings. My love to you, It's to you I sing, blessed mother of mine. So on this day, when the world turns to you, I pledge my heart to the meaning of you. All that you are, all you shall be. And so the journey began. It took till 1987, so that was 25 years, but I was thinking about it, I guess, incubating here and there, trying to figure out what to say. So that's what came out. She never heard that song. She heard some of the other ones. So a moment in time. Here I was in the celestial area making decisions about the family of choice. Who am I going to go into? Who's going to be the people that are there for me? Because I want to be a part of this, I want that, I got this thing to work on and all of that. So I like to think I had conscious choice about before the fall, mother's fall down the stairs. Okay. So I got what I got. What a blessing. What a difficulty. And I know we could all stand to spend the day and have coffee or maybe a few gin and tonics and just talk about our experience. It doesn't mean anything except that built me to be able to stand here in this moment and choose to be as forthright and as transparent as I can, because honestly, it serves me. And this is my self-care, to have the opportunity to stand in front and have you bear witness. Not because I want you to go, oh my God, you're so new agey guy. No, I just want to be heard. That's all. And I think that's kind of what we're all looking for. I don't mean to speak for you. Do I love my mom? Absolutely. But then I never knew what love was. It sure seemed like it was a shifting sand, I'll tell you. But I did my best, just as you did your best. So today, if I hadn't had the phone calls in the night and the opportunity to deal with it when I leave here, I would have been talking about the magnificence of the mother. I would have already talked about kind of what I just did, but I was also be talking about how that can shift into the relationship we have with Polly Wally Doodle. I hope you realize, and I feel like we do here, and when I come, we realize that it's so much bigger than sometimes we get caught up in. My feelings are my feelings, my experience is that, just as yours is. I have the choice to feel it or to push it away. I think we're seeing a world that's fed up with pushing it away. And we're seeing the cost of what it takes to swallow the pain over and over. I'm kind of hesitant to get in my car anymore because it's so intense on the highways. I never thought Highway 5 was 120 speed limit. I'm serious. All I can do is speak my true name and call forth some energetic support. Let me say something here on this. This is something I wanted to say. Every holiday that's celebrated has a higher meaning to it. It's not just a chance to do fireworks and get drunk. It's an opportunity to see something larger and feel and embrace that vibration. Mother's Day is like that. It's a place where too often we act as if, like I said earlier, nothing wrong with that. But there's so much more. So here's a couple things that I eventually was going to get to. Obviously, it's gratitude for your personal mother, for the vibration that she was, for the very act of giving birth. I was cesarean too. Not only did I fall out, I didn't get the experience of getting my nervous system turned on by going down the vaginal canal. I don't know if you know that. If you are born cesarean, it's kind of like far out, man. Everything's just a groove. And all of a sudden, my nervous system is trying to figure out where to start. Google it. You might find some information on it. Or I could just be making it up. The other part, obviously, is the Earth Mother, and we did Polly-Wolly Doodle her. It's the feminine frequency. You are aware of the Aquarian times, and you are aware of the transition from separate male-female to the unification of the one. And so we're carrying all of that within us. And we celebrate the feminine, and we honor and bring in the blending of the male and female. How is that turning out? Quite interesting and quite magnificent. So I have to honor the feminine within me. And the gift of being stuck in solitary was that I was given that opportunity to communicate with those around me. And the gift of being raised by mother and her sisters and grandma was that I had a lot of feminine energy around. So when the New Age came along, like I said a moment ago in jest, I was a New Age guy because I resonated with that energy immediately. Did it get me special favors? Of course. So what? The goddess energy is also part of this holiday. It's a celebration of the earth connection with the human. The symbiosis that exists between the two and how we are fed and nurtured, whether we want it or not. Just to put my feet on the earth is amazing. And it says the last thing is to reawaken, and to me this is most important, to reawaken and reactivate the deeper, loving self-care practice. All of this stuff about the good mother and all of these things and the skills learned were all about how do I take care of me? Because in the end, I'm my mother. I am the one who mothers me and can do it reliably and consistently, and I can feel the results of it immediately. Or I could bitch and moan and blame somebody else. Not that that's not fun. I've got tomes on that. And it's fun to do this. But all along, despite the journey, there was always a knowing that I wanted my ally. I wanted my pal. For goodness sakes, I spent all that time with you, in you, a part of you, breathing, feeling, getting all of, So, a song came. Well, I'm a man in his 40s, well, 70s. I like to think I'm independent. I get along fine on my own. Oh, self-employed, entrepreneurial success. I've always got a place to go. But sometimes the little boy inside, he feels overwhelmed, and the boy picks up the phone. For mama's love, come wrap those arms around me. Mama's love, oh, I'm feeling alone. Yeah, call me precious, call me baby. Tell me that I'm really something. Tell me, baby, you can always move home. Really? In a world of constant changes, well, one thing is sure, that Mama and her love will be home. Yeah, well, me and Mama, we had our struggles. We had those miscommunications. Well, I thought she was into control. And I got angry, pointed fingers. and I walked away defiantly. I didn't need her no more. But each time the little boy inside, he halted the man, and that boy picked up the phone. For mama's love, come wrap those arms around me. Mama's love, well, I'm feeling alone. Oh, just call me precious, call me baby. Tell me that I'm really something. Say you can always move on. 'Cause in this world of constant changes, one thing is sure. Mama and her love will be home. So just look around, everybody. Take a look at one another. We've all got a story to tell, all about that woman who gave us life and all its miracles. The one we each drove through hell. When you're not, the world is making faces and you're knocked right off your throne, let your little one pick up the phone. For mama's love, come wrap those arms around me. Yeah, yeah. Woo. We good? Done. That's perfect. Who could ask for more? No, wait, I gotta. Let me say one last thing. Take care of yourselves, please. No exceptions. You know what that means. Because you never know what's coming down the pike. You might get the phone call for $85,000, or it's the legal department at the county jail. You just don't know. Thank you. Thank you.